How do I, F23, divorce my husband, M24, who just says, no? Sorry if this is long. I have wanted a divorce for probably 2 years now. I'm pregnant with our third, complete, accident. The first 2 were intentional. Background. I've known my husband for 13 years, we used to go to church together. Got together when I was 16, him 18, started dating at 17 and 18, married at 19 and 21. Had our first son at 20, second 22, and will have third 24. He is my first and only everything, so all of my relationship and sexual experiences have been with him. We moved out of state at 17 and 18 and quickly were codependent. But since then I have become his mother, but apparently I am a bad one. He has poor hygiene, sleeps when and where he wants, and is lazy. I had to beg for anything to be done. Now, he has times where he does stuff like take out the trash without me asking, and recently put together his first piece of furniture, after asking if I wanted him to. He has stepped up since our second son was born. He was amazing during labor and postpartum compared to doing literally nothing the first time around. I know some will say check on his mental health with the hygiene and sleep aspect, but he won't let me. He doesn't discuss feelings, set personal goals, see a doctor, take health advice. I really think he's just lazy. He stopped smoking weed many months ago and is proud of himself, and he goes to the gym 2 hours a day. After our second son, he was responsible for finances as I was having issues with maternity leave. He hid our funds from me, never paid our rent, and got us evicted. I know we should have saved and planned and communicated, but he wouldn't talk to me. I was 2 weeks postpartum DoorDash driving to put food on the table with a toddler and infant, while he would have me drop him off at the gym. I am very independent, and he knows I do not need him. After that, we moved back to our home state and moved into his mom's house. I worked 80-hour weeks to pay off a little debt and got us a new place with a connect who didn't background check us. I still do not see his money, we have always kept it secret. I just want bills to be paid. I am now working 50-60-hour weeks and still maintaining everything, and it takes a week of me doing nothing for him to finally help. I leave his clean laundry in its own basket, I refuse to put it away. We do not have sex, I am not attracted to him. Could be the hormones or building resentment, or both. I beg him to let us get a divorce. I tell him to his face I do not like him, want him, or need him. I have tried being nice and am at the point where I say these hurtful things, I have even gotten physical. I know it's not okay and I need help. I am embarrassed. I need to leave him for both of our sakes. And for our kids. I know I'm not perfect, so hopefully you're not thinking I feel that way. But, he won't let me. He just says no, he won't get a divorce, we can't take a break or separate. I think he thinks he can't do this without me, but he can live at his mom's. I even offered to let him live here until he gets a place with a roommate or something. He won't. He doesn't have a car either, we use my car. How can I convince him to get a divorce? Why would he stay somewhere he isn't wanted? Do I just file and give them to him? What if he just doesn't accept? You don't convince anything, you just talk to a lawyer and file the paperwork. Then you have him served. I got you girl, step by step. 1. Contact a family lawyer, look for free legal aid clinics at local law schools or community centers if needed. 2. Gather all documents, birth certificates for kids, financial records showing the provider, key texts, emails. 3. Open own bank account only you can access. 4. File for divorce in the state and county where you live. You don't need him to do this and you can find this info online. 5. Ask court for temporary orders if he is not complying. Child custody orders, orders to remove him from your property, etc. 6. Make a support plan. Get counseling if needed. Rally friends and family. Get a plan in place for a restraining order if he gets aggressive. You can't make him agree. And you don't need his agreement. Get a lawyer, serve him divorce papers. You go talk to a lawyer. Girl, he's not helping you at all, and you've been carrying this for too long. You don't deserve to live like this. If he won't agree to the divorce, you need to start the process yourself. Get legal advice and do what's best for you and your kids. You can't keep sacrificing your happiness for someone who doesn't contribute. All of this before the age of 24. Churches CRAAAAAAZY. I, F23, am very sad. My boyfriend, M26, made a second Instagram account to watch certain content. My boyfriend created a second Instagram account and followed certain pages there that uploaded sexual content. When I, F23, saw the account, he was very uncomfortable and embarrassed. He deleted the account immediately, without me saying anything. When I asked him why he had the account, he said it was because he wanted to separate it from his normal content. I'm kind of sad, hurt, and disappointed now, and I'm doubting myself as to why he watches such things. We've already talked about how I don't like it when he watches porn. For me, Intimacy is something very emotional and fraught with feelings. He said he only watches things like that to help him release the pressure. As I said, two things bother me now: the secret nature of it and the fact that he follows people like that. I cried a lot and am disgusted with my boyfriend. We talked about it and he apologized, but somehow I'm overwhelmed by my feelings. Can someone give advices? Edit. We talked about it. He opens up to me that he watches porn every day. I came up that I think that he is addicted. His thoughts are that it would be normal for Mons and that woman feel in different way in this topic, and that I have a different point of view. And that masturbating to porn has nothing in common without intimacy. He said masturbation is like sneezing for him, a short pleasure feeling. He also came up from himself that he wants to try 2 weeks without porn, self-pleasure. I am chorus but still kinda sad and broken. Many people view pornography consumption as a harmless form of entertainment, but lots of emerging studies prove it can have negative impacts on the brain when consumed regularly. Prolonged exposure can alter brain structures, brain function, and consequently, behavior. There's a reason why many adults in their 30s struggle with porn addiction. Most men think they're excluded from this and don't notice it until it's too late. Self-pleasure should stay as a pleasure, but it turns into an addiction quietly, until you can't sleep or function without it. My uncle is a sex therapist in our country, and the number of men addicted to porn whose relationships are failing because they hide and lie about it is astonishing. Watching porn daily shouldn't be normalized. All I can tell you is that nearly every time I see a post like this or see it in real life, the relationship doesn't last. Either he never does it again or he'll make another Finsta and make sure it's more well hidden this time. More than likely the latter. I dealt with a similar issue with my ex, and it was hard. It's totally okay to feel overwhelmed and hurt by this because everyone is entitled to their own boundaries about porn and intimacy. That includes him. When you first spoke to him about your concerns about porn, did he tell you that he wouldn't watch it? If he didn't agree to stop watching porn, then his secrecy might not be malicious. Many people keep that part of themselves private. However, if he did say or lead you to think that he would stop watching it, and yet continues to do so, then you have a bigger problem of lying and trust on your hands. You can't control what he does, but you can control if you want to be in a relationship with someone who views this very important issue in a different light. This topic comes up a lot. Ultimately, you can't control nor should you attempt to control what another person does or watches. You can't tell him you prefer he doesn't watch porn or follow Instagirls, but you can't mandate it. This is a comparability issue. So he's proven that he has no respect for your boundaries. Why is this someone you want to be with? He betrayed your trust. That's super hard to build back. He's dishonest as well, so that trust will likely never be built back. Please don't continue to waste your time. You are young and will find a man that won't do this to you, I promise. Don't waste your time training him. When I found out my boyfriend was watching porn, I told him if I caught him again, it would be over. He hasn't watched it since. Lay out what you expect, and if he doesn't comply with what makes you feel secure, leave him for someone who will. The sneaking around, fake accounts, and willingness to keep this from you is horrendous. Based on what you said, it doesn't seem like he was ashamed at all. If this behavior keeps up, remember that he is not worth your sanity. I, 20F, found pictures of girls in my boyfriend's, 20M, hidden folder. My boyfriend, 20, and I, 20, have been together for 4 years. Some time ago I found pictures of naked girls saved on his phone. He promised me to delete them. Today I looked at his phone again and saw pictures not only of the bodies but also of the faces of girls I know. He's done it before. He's always told me that I'm 100 times more beautiful than the girls he screenshotted and that he only loves me and that the reason isn't that he likes them or anything. He's just using them for, guys, you know what? I wouldn't feel good if it were some models or girls I don't know, but girls I know and girls I've been close to. The interesting thing is that there was one specific girl. In the folder there were pictures of both her face and her body. Absolutely all the stories that she uploads on Instagram, he had screenshotted and saved in this folder. There were only 2 pictures of my face. I was devastated, my heart started beating super fast and I felt sick. It made me feel not enough. I grew up with this person. The photos were in a hidden folder on his iPhone. Is it worth leaving the relationship? That's sickening. In the bin where he belongs. Personally, this would be a deal breaker. Porn is one thing, but saving pics of people you know to jerk off to is gross emo. Everyone has different opinions on porn and masturbation. You are entitled to yours, whatever that is. You already asked him to stop. He's clearly not going to. So this is a take it or leave it kind of thing. Break up and then please tell those girls exactly why. You know the answer. That is weird, gross and disrespectful. Leave. Folded hands, folded hands. Yes, time to move on. You're both so young. This can be a learning experience for him. Tell him exactly what you are feeling and why you are feeling that way, and hopefully he learns from this. He has growing to do. These kinds of relationships at this point in your life help form your baseline for what you will accept from a partner and what you really want. Take it as a lesson and move on. Leave. No, run. I'm 25M, having serious doubts about marrying my fiancé, 28F, later this year. My fiancé and I have been engaged for almost 2 years, are soon to be married later on. My problem is that I have been feeling distant and detached from the relationship, to the point that I have started to fantasize about being single and having my own place. For context, my fiancé is brilliant, kind, caring, my family love her and I love her family. We do have bickers, but they're never about big topics, and always due to us both being stubborn about little issues, e.g. my being annoyed about her doing something that she herself had expressed she didn't like me doing only a short while before. She is a born-again Christian, I'm not, and we haven't been intimate in that way for coming up to 12 months. She confirmed I was okay with it after she made the decision to be abstinent, and I'm maybe not as okay as I thought I was. I've been with her since I was 19, never lived on my own, and have lived with her for almost 5 years. I'm worried that it may not just be the typical cold feet before getting married and that I may have fallen out of love with her. I feel that I do want to be alone and single, but I'm concerned about the impact that will have on her moving forward. I couldn't imagine anything worse than a partner saying that they've fallen out of love when they haven't done anything wrong. I feel that we've both changed as people in the relationship, and I'm just at a loss for what to do moving forward. Any advice would be greatly appreciated. Do not marry a born-again Christian if you are not one. So by not upsetting her, you'll marry her and make yourself miserable, which will result in making her miserable. Sometimes ya just gotta pull that pin. You don't want to make what could be the biggest mistake and decision in your life. Others will disagree, but I think it's a mistake to marry what's essentially your first adulthood girlfriend at that young of age. The doubts you have now will grow as you mature. No, you two are just too different now. 12 months of celibacy because she's born again? Break off the engagement, find your own place and move forward with your life. Practically speaking, how is a marriage going to work if she is Christian and you are not? How will you raise your kids? What will you do when people or her church keep remarking they don't see you? How hard will it be for you if you do go to church with her? I've been where you are, and breaking up was the right decision. After that, I only dated people who were non-religious, or at least not serious about it, to a point where I felt we were compatible. You both have been together for so long, you haven't lived yet. Don't believe in the sunk cost fallacy that because you've been together for so long, you can't do anything else. You need to worry about yourself because you deserve to be happy as well, not miserable because you continued with the relationship. I would at least consider postponing the wedding.